Hi guys, today we're going to design our own water garden. But first, you may be asking yourself, what is a water garden? A water garden is a garden that catches a lot of storm water and drinks it all up. This prevents it from going into our streets and flooding our neighborhoods. It does this through green infrastructure, something we learned about in week 3. Let's use clay to demonstrate how green infrastructure works. If you don't have Play-Doh at home, we can make your own. So I'm mixing together half a cup of flour, a fourth a cup of salt, and a fourth cup of water. I'm also adding food dye just so it shows up really well in video, but this is optional. I mix it really well until it comes all together into a ball of dough. Now you have some homemade Play-Doh that you can keep fresh in a plastic bag up to 3 weeks. Let's use our homemade Play-Doh to demonstrate how green infrastructure works. I'm flattening mine out onto a rimmed plate because we'll be pouring water on it later and I don't want the water to get everywhere. I'm molding some small mounds, which we can also call berms, and some divots into my Play-Doh. The divots are to catch the water and the small mounds are to keep the water in. A lot of green infrastructure uses the basic idea that water pools to the lowest point in any given area. So when we pour water into our Play-Doh water garden, you can see that all of it goes into our divots and trenches that we created, and it's kept in by our raised walls. Before a water garden is made though, it has to be designed. This week you've been given worksheets to color and cut out different green infrastructures for your water garden design. The best water gardens use a bunch of different green infrastructures in their design, so be sure to use more than one. You can arrange each structure on your sheet before gluing it down. I like to apply my glue with a wet brush. This gives me more control and ensures I use just the right amount of glue. The cutouts are just meant as a starting point. Use anything you would like in your water garden design. Watercolors, acrylics, markers. Paint your own green infrastructures. Paint some birds, some dogs in your garden. Anything that you would like. This is how my final water garden design came out. I painted a sweet bay magnolia tree. I have a couple of different rain gardens, some berms, some French drains. I've even painted my own permeable pavements. That's what those red things are. So have fun with this design. I know a lot of you are really creative and great artists. And send a picture to Monica. I know she would love to see them. And we would love to share your designs with the Greater New Orleans community by posting some of them on our Urban Conservancy Instagram. I can't wait to see y'all's designs. Until next time.